Namaste, my beloved friends. If you observe your life honestly at this moment, you will realize that something is not fully aligned. For some of you, the struggle is in your professional life. You are working hard, yet results are delayed or recognition is missing. For others, the disturbance is in relationships. There is misunderstanding, emotional distance, or a lack of harmony despite your efforts. And for many of you, the challenge is within your own body and mind. There is anxiety, fatigue, restlessness, or an unexplained heaviness that does not leave. But the deeper truth is this: even when there is no visible problem, there is often an internal blockage, a feeling that life is not flowing, a sense of being stuck despite doing everything correctly. When this happens, the issue is not your effort, the issue is your energy. And that is why what I am about to share with you is extremely important. Chaitra Navratri begins on 19th March 2026 and continues until 27th March 2026. This is not merely a festival, it is a rare spiritual window, a powerful period of inner purification and realignment. It is a time when Shakti, the divine feminine force, becomes highly active within your consciousness. At the same time, the planetary alignment is significant. The Sun, Venus, and Saturn are all transiting through Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. Pisces represents dissolution, endings, surrender, and karmic clearing. This creates emotional intensity, confusion, and a deep inner churn. Many of you may already be experiencing delays, overthinking, emotional heaviness, or lack of clarity. And then immediately after Navratri begins, on the 21st March, Mercury becomes direct. This shift is extremely important. What was unclear begins to clear. What was delayed begins to move. What was confusing begins to make sense. This is not coincidence, this is alignment. As Paramahansa Yogananda said, the season of suffering is the season of awakening. Many of you are in that phase right now, and this Navratri offers you a direct path to move through it consciously. But understand this clearly: these 9 days will not change your life automatically. They will change your life only if you participate in the process. These 9 days are meant for discipline. Reduce unnecessary talking, avoid arguments, debates, and emotional reactions. Every unnecessary word disturbs your inner equilibrium. The more noise you create outside, the less clarity you experience within. As Bhagwan Raman Maharshi taught, real silence is not merely the absence of speech, it is the silence of the mind. These 9 days are meant to bring you closer to that state, the state of silence. Fasting plays a central role in this purification process. You can choose from 3 fasting approaches. You may take only fruits along with tea or coffee or milk. You may take fruits and milk along with traditional fasting food, that is the upwas items like sabudana khichdi or sabudana recipes. Or you may follow a strict sattvic vegetarian diet without onion and garlic. The method is flexible, but the intention must be clear. Fasting is not about deprivation, it is about purification. When the body becomes lighter, the mind naturally becomes calmer. When the mind becomes calm, perception becomes sharp. You begin to see your life clearly instead of reacting unconsciously. As Nisargadatta Maharaj said, you are not the body and you are not the mind, you are pure awareness. This truth is understood intellectually. It is experienced when inner noise reduces. During these 9 days of Chaitra Navratri, maintain restraint, avoid sexual indulgence or physical intimacy. No sex and no physical intimacy during these 9 days. Remember, discipline is the word. If you can't control your vasanas, your desires, even for 9 days, then what are you going to do in life? And so, control your senses, control your sexual urge. No sex and no physical intimacy during these 9 days of Chaitra Navratri. And remember, this is not suppression, it is conservation of energy. Sexual energy is a powerful creative force. When conserved, it supports clarity and awareness. When dissipated, it weakens your inner state. Along with fasting and restraint, mantra becomes extremely powerful. You may chant Om Dum Durgaye Namaha for protection and strength. Om Aim Rhim Klim Chamundaye Vichhe. This mantra for transformation and victory. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstitha Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. This mantra to invoke the universal presence of the God. Om Hrim Shrim Mahalakshmi Namaha. Recite this mantra for abundance. And Om Hrim Saraswatai Namaha for clarity and wisdom. Chant these mantras slowly with awareness and feeling. You may chant all these mantras or even one mantra is fine. If possible, read even a small portion daily from sacred texts such as Durga Saptashati, Devi Bhagavat Puran, Lalita Sahasranam, Argala Stotram or Devi Kavacham. These are not just texts, they carry a vibrational field that gradually transforms your inner state. Now understand the deeper science of these 9 days of Chaitra Navratri. They are not random, they represent a structured inner journey. On the first day, the energy of Shailputri is invoked. Shailputri means the daughter of the mountain. A mountain represents stability, grounding, and unwavering presence. This journey begins here because without grounding, nothing in life can be sustained. This day is about slowing down, reconnecting with yourself, and stabilizing your inner state. On the second day, Brahmacharini is worshipped. This form represents discipline and the path of truth. After grounding, you are required to develop commitment and focus. This is the stage of Tapasya, penance. It asks whether you are serious about your life or simply drifting with circumstances. On the third day, Chandraghanta represents a mind that is both calm and alert. At this stage, fear begins to reduce and awareness increases. You start observing your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. This is the beginning of inner balance. On the fourth day, Kushmanda represents the creative force of the universe. Creation begins when the mind becomes light. This stage brings new ideas, new perspectives, and new energy. You begin to see possibilities instead of limitations. On the fifth day, Skandamata represents nurturing and emotional healing. At this stage, you begin to soften. Old emotional wounds surface, not to disturb you, but to get healed. You learn to forgive, accept, and move forward. On the sixth day, Katyayani represents strength and protection. This stage is about setting boundaries and removing negativity from your life. It teaches you to stand firm and protect your energy. On the seventh day, Kalaratri represents the darkest phase of transformation. This is where your fears, insecurities, and attachments come to the surface. It may feel uncomfortable, but this is where deep transformation happens. This stage destroys illusion and prepares you for clarity. On the eighth day, Mahagauri represents purity and calmness. After facing your inner darkness, your mind becomes lighter and your energy becomes peaceful. This is the stage of cleansing and renewal. And on the ninth day, Siddhidatri represents fulfillment and alignment. At this stage, your inner state becomes balanced. You do not chase everything. Instead, life begins to align with you. This is the result of inner clarity and stability. This is the true meaning of Navaratri. It is not external worship, it is internal transformation. This is also why the month of Chaitra is considered highly auspicious. Nature itself undergoes renewal during this time. Trees blossom, flowers bloom, and energy becomes vibrant. It is a period of balance, which is why marriages and new beginnings are initiated during this phase. Outer cleanliness also plays an important role during this Navratri. During this time, the energy of goddess Lakshmi is highly active. And Lakshmi resides where there is cleanliness, order, and discipline. Keeping your home clean, organizing your surroundings, and maintaining personal hygiene are not mere rituals. They are part of aligning your external environment with your internal intention. Let me share something very real. There was a person whose life was completely stuck. Despite effort and capability, nothing was moving. During Chaitra Navratri, instead of seeking external solutions, this person chose discipline. For 9 days, he followed a simple routine. He ate light, he fasted, reduced unnecessary talking, avoided negative interactions, chanted daily, read sacred texts, maintained cleanliness, and spent a few minutes in deep silence. There was no immediate dramatic change, but something shifted within him. The mind became calm, reactions reduced, and clarity increased. Within the next 2 months, opportunities started appearing. Decisions improved, life began to move again. Navratri did not change his destiny, it changed the inner state. And when your inner state changes, my fellows, your external reality follows. So understand this clearly, and I say this to my close followers. These 9 days are your opportunity. It is an opportunity to reset your system, purify your energy, and realign your life. Avoid unnecessary talking, avoid arguments. Do not react to negative comments or negative people. They, anyhow, will never grow in life. But you stay aware, you stay disciplined. Because as Bhagwan Raman Maharshi said, silence is the highest teaching. If you can live these 9 days with awareness, you will not remain the same person. And within the next 1 to 2 months, many of you will begin to see a clear and positive shift in your life. This is not a belief, this is a process. And this process works if you truly participate in it with deep faith and patience. Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Ambe. And I will also start with this fasting for 9 days. So you are not alone. I am with you. Love is with you. God is with you. Jai Sri Ganesha. Jai Guru. Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।